Good morning. It's time to get in touch.
Backyard Broadcasting's public affairs show is called In Touch, and it airs Sunday mornings focusing on life in and around Lycoming County, all brought to you by our show sponsor, Geisinger, Muncie, and Jersey Shore, state-of-the-art healthcare close to home. I'm Freddi Hammer, news director at Backyard Broadcasting. Every week, I get the privilege to talk with members of our North Central Pennsylvania communities to discuss upcoming events, medical procedures and programs, and local happenings. Sometimes it's worth it to take another look at the things we discuss. And this week on In Touch, I'll take a look back at some prior interviews and revisit important information that's worth another listen. Let's start this week with another look about an upcoming event in South Williamsport with the leadership of the Mummers Parade coming up on October 18th this year, starting at 2 p.m. President of the parade, Marlon Angelo, also the mayor of South Williamsport, is new to the position this year. You're a rookie president this year. What happened to make you take the job?
Rookie. My wife's mother, Diane Miller, was involved with the Mummers for many years.
Okay.
And my wife was also. But then they kind of got out of it. Her mom had passed away.
Oh.
And it was more my wife. She wanted to go to the Mummers meetings, and her aunt, Pat Schramm, and cousin Karen, they've been involved in the Mummers for many, many years. I myself just followed along, did whatever, and when I get...
Are you driver?
I am the driver. When I get to the meetings, and we sat in on a couple, and I gave some advice as mayor of different things, and next thing you know, they were asking me if I'd be the president, and I think my first response was no. And next thing you know, here I am as the president. My wife became the parade coordinator. She's been working night and day, being this close to the parade day.
Sure.
But it's not just being president. It's everybody that's on this committee's working hard.
Steve Baker, the head marshal for the Mummers Parade, has a few more years under his belt. He says the goal is to continue the hometown feel of the parade in which the whole community is involved in the event.
We are trying to revise the Facebook page right now because we revamped the entire committee. We lost a lot of members last year, and we took on Marlon and his wife, Lisa. Their daughter is our secretary. My wife actually stepped in and became our treasurer. And myself and our vice president, Nancy Pepperman, we are probably the oldest members. Nancy might have been doing it a little bit longer than me, but it's just because we have such a passion for it.
Sure. Hometown folks.
Absolutely.
Definitely. When we've been in the parade before here at Backyard Broadcasting, we go down the road. It's like a family reunion. They're having a picnic. They bring us a hamburger. Like, here, have some of our food.
Oh yeah. And people, if we have to change anything, or if we have to change a date, or if it doesn't happen, people get upset.
They want to have the party.
They're like, yeah, we had family coming in from out of town for this, and you're not doing that. Well, you can still have your picnic.
That's right. I do love to see the families and the kids and everything that's just packed along those roadways.
And that's the whole
fantastic.
community thing that we want to stress on and get back to.
Okay. Once again, the theme is cartoons.
Cartoons, but it is not required. So it just kind of
gives you an idea.
Yeah, it's an idea. The only reason we started doing themes is because if without it, you get all these people that were like Halloween. It's October, which, don't get me wrong, I love Halloween.
Sure.
I love it. Yeah, I love scary stuff, but we wanted it to be more for kids as well. So we've done themes of TV and things like Disney and things like that to kind of compel to the kids, and you can gives a little bit more of a variety.
There's a lot of adult cartoons nowadays. You can definitely move into the adult genre.
Yeah. As being one of the judges for the President's Award and the Mayor's Award, I'm going to be excited to get up on the judges' stand and see what people come up with for cartoons. Because growing up, I was a cartoon nut. In the 60s and 70s, I couldn't wait to get home from school to watch cartoons. So I'm excited to see what they come up with this year for when people come down through with their costumes and their floats. I'm excited to see that.
And there's still time to sign up to be in the parade in South Williamsport on October 18th. Is there an email address or somewhere how we can coordinate, get in touch with you if we want to sign up or be a part of the parade? Or should we just go to the website?
You can just go to the website.
Okay.
If you can just go to the website or South Williamsport Mummersparade.com. That'll get you to where our entries are so that anybody who wants to come into an entry, it'll also give you a briefing as to who we are, what we're about. That would be your best bet to get a hold of us.
All right. It sounds wonderful. We're here with Steve Baker. He's the head marshal of the Mummers Parade. Marlon Angelo, president. Mayor of South Williamsport, thank you for everything that you do.
New president. I'm a rookie.
Well, we can't wait to see you out on October 18th, starting at 2 o'clock for the parade. That's when it steps off. And it's swmummersparade.com is the website. Right. And once again, we'll just do the route. Tell me the route one more time before we go so people can get that.
Okay, so we're going to start off at Market and Central Avenue.
Mm-hmm.
It will travel west down Central Avenue to Clark Street.
Mm-hmm.
It'll turn right onto Clark Street, go down to Southern Avenue, turn right onto Southern Avenue, and it'll follow east all the way down Southern Avenue and ends at Howard Street.
Okay. Well, thank you, gentlemen, for all the work that you've done. And thank your wife for us, Marlon, for all the work she's pulling her hair out right now.
Thank you. I keep telling her, man, I'm proud of you. I didn't know at the beginning of this thing if you were pull this off, but she's doing a great job. Steve's doing a great job.
It's phenomenal. I love working with her.
We'll be doing our meeting tonight.
Nice.
It's phenomenal working with her. She's an amazing woman.
Well, these are the examples to get if you want to run a parade or some kind of organization. I think we get to talk to you guys, and it's nice to learn.
Yeah. I reached out to Williamsport and was speaking with their parade coordinator stuff about some ideas and stuff.
Yeah.
And so they were a big help also because of the Grand Slam parade.
Sure.
One of these days, I'm going to retire, and I want to sit along the curb and watch the parade again like I used 2 years ago.
Hand out hamburgers.
Well, Marlon, I haven't done that for 28 years.
Another event coming up this week in Williamsport is the United for Impact annual dinner and meeting on October 14th in the Grand Ballroom of the Holiday Inn. Ron Frick, CEO and president of the United Way of Central Pennsylvania, talks about the recipient of a prestigious award this year and other deserving recipients of the important recognition.
Coming up on October the 14th, we will be honoring Barbara Hudak as the 2024 Douglas C. Dickey Humanitarian Award winner. This is an award that we have given to 79 different people over the last many decades.
And you're one of them.
I'm one of them.
That's so nice.
I was honored in 2004. It's been a while, but Barbara is a fantastic person and philanthropist in our community. She's been a huge supporter of not only the United Way, but also many, many charities in our community, and supports her employees to do the same thing, not only giving, but also volunteering and lots of other things. So we're thrilled to have Barbara as our honoree this year. And then there's 3 other different awards that we're going to also present, which are surprises at this point.
Oh, okay.
But we honor the Harriet Lenhart Women's Memorial Award, which is named after Donna Bastian's mom, Harriet Lenhart.
Okay.
Harriet was the first woman campaign chair, also the first woman board chair.
Groundbreaker.
And the first person in the history of the organization to raise $1 million in the campaign.
Oh, my gosh, that's great.
So we thought that was plenty of kudos for Harriet to be able to name this award after her. And we've had a couple award winners already, Mary Jo Bauer and Mary Wolf and Katrina Wilkins from Sullivan County. We're going to pick somebody new this year. And then there's a President's Award, which is really to honor somebody who's done a lot of work for us in community impact. And then last but not least is our sort of resource development campaign fundraising volunteer award. Last year, we awarded the Douglas J. Shangraw Memorial Award to Reverend Brad Walmer.
Nice.
And we got somebody in line for this year. So should be a great night. Last but not least, we're awarding several innovation grants this year for the first time.
Okay.
We asked the community to apply, had 21 people apply for up to $25,000. So we're going to award about $100,000 in the next couple of weeks to 4 to 6, depends on who we pick, really worthwhile organizations that are new to the United Way in many cases, but have applied through all 3 counties. So very excited about that.
Ron went on to tell us about Socktober and how Curtin Elementary School is working with community partners to gather donations of socks for those in need in Lycoming, Tioga, and Sullivan counties.
My friend Anna Radspinner, who a lot of people know as the string teacher at the Curtin Intermediate School for, I think, about 11 or 12 years now, has done what she calls Socktober at the Curtin School. We call that day Socktoberfest, and that will kick off an entire month of folks dropping off socks and kids raising money and bringing socks into school so that they can help 5 different nonprofits in the community that help serve the homeless population. So our United Way is a Bombas partner.
Okay.
So many folks buy Bombas socks, and one of the things that Bombas does as a certified B corporation is that a percentage of their profits are then donated back to the community. So Bombas does that in the way of making another pair of socks. So if you buy a pair, Bombas donates a pair.
Wow.
Yeah, and we are the recipients of the second pair.
Okay.
And so on average, 1,500 to 2,000 pairs of socks are delivered to our office every January or February. And we then give some of those socks, in this case, 1,500 pairs of socks to Curtin. And then what we do is we have the kids have an understanding that since Bombas sells a pair and gives a pair, they're going to get 2 pairs of socks in a bag with some other information about 211 and single care and some other things that we do in the community. But in that bag is going to be 2 pairs of socks. If the child or the family needs the pair of socks, then they keep the pair and they donate the second pair back to Mrs. Radspinner, and then she donates them out to all these nonprofits in the community that need them.
Wonderful.
Some kids can need both pairs. They can keep both pairs. Some kids don't need anything, and they donate them both back. So, at least 700 or 800 pairs of socks are going back into the community through Socktober, so the kids get an education. And it's another way for us to help distribute those socks to the same organizations that we would help as part of our programs. So it's really a win-win for everybody.
Sure is. Tell me, we talk about which nonprofits are going to be helped through Socktober?
Yeah, so the nonprofits are going to be helped, and these are the same ones that we've helped in prior years. So the American Rescue Workers, the YWCA, mostly children's socks to the YWCA, West End Christian Community Center, Sojourner Truth Ministries, and Family Promise of Lycoming County. So they will all get a supply of socks as a result of this project. That's really a way to teach kids about how to support their community and part of the culture at Curtin.
Paying it forward, really, for the kids.
It's an awesome program. And part of the culture at Curtin.
Paying it forward, really, for the kids.
It's an awesome program.
And I guess you're going to be able to do like an Amazon account, too, or there's like a wish list or something.
Yep, so there is an Amazon wish list, and each of the kids will get a flyer that'll probably have a QR code in some way for the parents or their friends to be able to actually go online and give through the Amazon wish list. And there's a number of packages of socks that you can actually buy, and then they'll deliver them directly to Curtin.
Socks and stuff are so important. That's like the number one thing they ask for, I guess, when it comes to needs.
In the homeless population right now, socks, believe it or not, T-shirts and underwear. Those are and now Bombas is actually in the T-shirt and underwear space, trying to build that up to the point that the sock distribution is. So we hope in the next couple of years to be able to get underwear to be able to share too. So
I know a couple colleagues around here. They wear their Bombas socks and they show them off.
Oh, I know. I wear them all the time. They're very comfortable, and then they're guaranteed for life. So
great. You can send them back, and they'll send you a new pair if you get the hole in them.
Yep. And the ones that they produce for us to distribute are actually special socks that are made specifically for folks in the homeless population. So reinforced heels, reinforced toes, special elastic. I mean, just really built to last for a long time.
We hope you get a chance to support your neighbors this season, either through the United for Impact annual dinner or by donating items for Socktober. Supporting animal rescue organizations in Lycoming County is a high priority for many, but especially for Heidi McCarty, who along with her family are dedicated to working tirelessly for Heidi's Furry Friends Rescue. Details about the nonprofit are on Facebook, but earlier this year, Heidi attempted to rescue Ravioli, an injured kitten found in Muncie. I got to know your organization a few weeks ago when you were seeking support for Ravioli, who did not survive a BB shot, and unfortunately, you had to make that terrible decision. Tell me a little bit about any of the recent things that we know about little Ravioli. How did that go down?
So we get quite a bit of calls. Lately, it's been quite a few emergencies, and this particular phone call, a lady said that she had seen a cat dragging its back legs going up under her lattice work of her front porch in Muncie. I had sent out my fiance and my son because there's not much space under the porch to get under there. My son is a skinny little guy, so he was able to get under there and get her. At first, we thought that she had been hit by a car or something of that sort. And then we got her home, and we had seen there was like a little blood spot on, like right below her ribs where the fur was kind of sticky. And so when we took her to the vet, it was quickly determined that she had been shot. Whether that was by a pellet or a BB, one of the two, it had shattered the vertebrae in that area and severed her spine. So she was unable to control like any movements, waist down, any bladder or bowel control. She didn't have it. And we had kept her going for throughout that day to determine what we wanted to do with her, how we were going to proceed, because this was only a 4-month-old kitten. Approximately 4 months. And she had so much, life left in her, and it was just absolutely devastating for us to have to make that decision. After talking to Rosebird Veterinary Center, they had determined that the kindest thing to do would be to humanely euthanize as she was suffering.
Give her a little love right there at the end.
Yeah.
Do you have any recent information from the state police? I understand they opened a case seeking the person responsible for Ravioli's, ultimately her death.
Correct. We don't have much to go on yet other than hearsay. Lots of people have came forward with somebody that they thought would be involved, but nothing that has any sort of proof or anything that they can go on.
Sure.
Unfortunately, with Ravioli's case, by the time we got to her, they think that her injury was at least a week old.
Oh.
So trying to pull cameras and pinpoint when this could have happened is very slim. Unfortunately, they need a lot of video proof in order to move forward.
Sure.
But her investigation is still open and we are still hopeful. And I always tell everybody, even if we don't catch the person that did this, I want it to be an eye-opener for everybody else who is doing things like this that we are watching, and we will seek justice. This is not tolerated in our community.
No way. You're already trying to help maintain the health and stuff of these cats, but then you have an emergency that has to deplete your funds.
Right.
Were you able to raise funds to take care of Ravioli this time?
Yes. We had a generous donor cover Ravioli's bill
Wonderful.
in full.
Good.
That was amazing. We were very happy for that, very thankful and appreciative for that.
And there's definitely donating opportunities in the information at Heidi's Furry Friends Rescue on Facebook, which is a good way to find you, as well as your website, same, Heidi's Furry Friends
Right.
Rescue. Heidi said there's one important thing to do to help keep the feral cat population down.
The biggest thing, and I cannot stress this enough, is to spay and neuter.
Okay.
There are programs out there. There are clinics. They might be a little further out that will help you with the cost. There's PA Pets. There's other low-income programs. The biggest thing is to trap them, get them fixed. Even if they have to go back on your property, it is so much better. The spraying, the fighting, all of that stops when you fix these cats.
Okay.
There's not, all these babies. People think, oh, there's just 2 cats here. That's no big deal. I don't have to fix them. But then next year, those 2 cats turn into 20. And then they're scrambling. And it's it falls on us because if you just would have fixed them when there was only 2, we wouldn't be here right now. And I understand a lot of people do struggle in this economy, and there are resources out there. If you just contact a rescue, we want to see you help these animals. We want to help you. We might not be able to help every single person, but we will find a way to get you in contact with somebody who can, because we are trying to combat this massive overpopulation of feral cats right now. And the best way we can do it is spay and neuter.
When it comes to rescuing animals, we want to do all we can in our community. The same goes for seniors or veterans who are struggling with the cost of living and who right now are facing big heating oil bills for the upcoming winter. A local organization called Hats for Heat is looking out for those who might need a little help this year. Vince Reeder of Reeder Brothers Fuel Services and his partner Echo Mitchell have built a way to provide heating oil for families who can't afford the significant cost of a full tank of oil.
It started very, very organically in the fall of 2021. I had bought a hat for me and my family, 12 of them, and I wore one hunting and put it on social media.
Good luck hunting hat.
There you go.
It did not bring me good luck, but with that being said, I came out of the woods and 30-some people wanted hats, so I went home and talked to Echo and kind of brainstormed sell the hats. 100% of the profits goes to people that are in need of heating oil.
Now, it's an amazing situation where people are being vetted. You're able to have people nominate others that need heating for their homes. And you've really grown, I think, as people. What have you learned about all the things that people need and all the things that you're able to help because of your donations, the donations from the people in our community?
It shows you, when you run something like this, it shows you how many good people are in our community.
Yeah.
And we got to meet so many good people that we consider family now, and people that just donate year after year after year to help others in the community. So we really love it.
Hats for Heat is a program in place as people are faced with running out of heating oil before the winter's over and after the LIHEAP assistance is gone.
It's a growing trend, I'll say that. Starting in 2021, we probably helped, maybe 25 people, something like that. And as we go on, the list gets longer of people that are in need.
It's multiple people a week that we're helping, that we're
Yes.
able to send checks out for.
Amazing.
Yeah, we are blessed to be able to sit down after a full day's work and do paperwork and write checks to keep people warm. And most of them are people that have already exhausted their avenues. I guess we're the last ditch effort, and it's nice to be able to give them heating oil and keep them warm.
I heard that some folks try to sign up for the assistance through the state, but sometimes it's just a quick little $5 cutoff and they can't make it.
Yes, we have so many people that just are over that threshold, and it's sad to see, but it's the way of the program, LIHEAP. It varies year to year. We get phone calls of their LIHEAP is gone.
Wow.
And we're glad we're able to help certain families.
Hats for Heat accepts donations all year, and you can find information on their Facebook page on how you can help. One event coming up soon in November is a Hats for Heat Sportsman's Raffle. For a $20 donation, participants can try to win one of several firearms or other prizes. The drawing is November 2nd at the Loyal Sock Hotel in Montoursville. The Hats for Heat annual basket raffle is a fun event that's grown over the years, raising thousands of dollars in 2024 for needy families.
That's our big basket raffle, which is phenomenal.
It's so much fun.
I love watching it on Facebook.
Yes, we try to do that and advertise that way. But last year it raised about $40,000.
Just with baskets.
Wow.
Just with the basket raffle. So that kind of shows you what kind of communities we live in, that they come out and supported such a thing for that much money.
I expect Vince and Echo to be guests with me soon on In Touch, as the mornings are getting chillier and heaters are being turned on for the first time. The folks at Hats for Heat are grateful for the service of our military members and veterans, and especially want to hear about any military families who are affected by the government shutdown so they can help them. Send a direct message to Echo or Vince on the Hats for Heat Facebook page. Thanks for joining me on In Touch this week, and thanks to our prior guests who contributed to today's program. In Touch is locally produced in our studios at 1685 4 Mile Drive in Williamsport. To get in touch with us for questions, comments, or topic ideas, call weekdays 570-323-8200 or email me at fhammer@backyardbroadcasting.com. For archived files of our In Touch shows, find our Backyard Podcasting link on any Backyard Broadcasting website, or subscribe to our YouTube channel, Backyard Broadcasting. The programming discussed here on In Touch does not necessarily reflect the feelings or opinions of the management or staff. Thanks for listening to In Touch. Brought to you by Geisinger, Muncie, and Jersey Shore. State-of-the-art healthcare close to home.